that's not gonna work. Might scoot you guys over that way. And then I'm gonna come a little this way. Maybe I'll do that today. That way, Frankie can still spy on you guys. Dismiss. Okay. I wish you could like set all that stuff up before you go on live so that it just doesn't do all that random stuff there. Hi. I feel like it's been years since I've been on here. Hi. I don't know why it feels so long. Your name is Silver. Happy Thursday. It has been really long, right? Like, has it? It's been about a week, I think. I think it's actually been a week. I just feel like I've been so busy, but also not, but like also nonstop. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break from all of my busy stuff and crochet because I've been really stressed lately, like so stressed out. Oh, thank you. Thanks for stopping in even for 2 seconds. What do you mean you lost 20 kids' guts? Oh my God. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear about your mom. That sucks. Is there something that they can do? I know my Nana has heart failure as well, but she's on a whole bunch of helpful things. She even forgets she has it. Oh, I'm just planning a lot of stuff and it feels like there's so much to do and my motivation has been so low. There's just a lot of things in the works right now. Hey, Chimmy. So, but anyways, I want to be not stressed. So I thought I would come in here. I'm like, I hope Raptor doesn't come and start asking me to make that octopus sweater today because I am just like mentally not in the mood for that. Also, I don't know if this is going to work for me, but I think I did. Oh, it does work. I made these, I think Cornelia works. Does it not? Oh, it does. So my little drawings, I turned them into that. Okay, I don't know why I didn't remove the background on that one, so I'm going to have to change that one. Or maybe that's because the other one was something else. And then I think we have octopus as well, the one that I drew. Octopus. I can't remember. It's not working now. Maybe I called it something else. But Cornelia works. So there's Cornelia. I didn't set them as badges because I didn't realize that badges work like month 1, month 2, all that kind of stuff. Bye-bye. No, the octopus sweater, I left it at where we left it. It literally has not moved. It's so funny because it gives me granny nighty vibes. That's all. We did the 2 arms last time and I'm just not in the mood to tackle that today. I think I twisted this tentacle around too, so now he's facing the other way. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. I think I only worked for like 2.5, 3 hours today. You right? This is like grandma's nightie here, which is kind of funny. And I don't have enough of that pink to keep going in it, but maybe I'll just do other pinks. That would be kind of cute. Okay, what have you guys been up to? It's been a whole week. I thought I would come on early. I'm only going to be on here for 2 hours tonight, you guys, because I am starting my workout routine again. I did a walk last night and I did an upper body like quick workout. And so I'm trying to stick to this 30-day challenge. Kits fits. We'll see. I also said I was going to work out a bunch in July, and I made that sticker chart for myself, and it only has 4 stickers for the entire month. So didn't do too good there. Oh, nice. A 2-sleeved cape. See you next time. Yeah, I mean, at least I finally did it right. Perfect. This is not going to be a late night one. This is just going to be like a chill check-in one. I also plan, I'll go live on Saturday too, you guys. It's been so long since I've done like a weekend live. I've not done a Saturday live in forever either. So I'll do Saturday. And that can maybe be a longer one. I'm sure I'll have more energy on Saturday. I started crocheting about 10 years ago because I saw a bunch of stuff on social media and I was like, I want to make those blankets. So let me show you guys this really cool yarn I ordered to knit with. I plan to make some sweaters with it. It's very cool. Olive is going to get scared. Okay, so this yarn here works up to like stripe, not really stripe, but like it forms the pattern as you go. And this is actually supposed to look like a Dalmatian. So when I knit these all into a little sweater, it should look like a Dalmatian. I hope it does. This is super, super fine. If you guys can see how skinny this little thread is, but because it's like a mohair, you can knit it with bigger needles and it will give you this nice drapey effect. But I'm really excited. So I have a bunch of these that I ordered. I don't know if it will be enough for a sweater. I'm really hoping it will be. But yeah, so this is the Dalmatian one. And then I also got this one. This is like a one skein, one sweater ball. So you're supposed to be able to knit a whole sweater from this one skein. And this one's supposed to be, what is this? Cheetah or leopard? No, leopard's not. Cheetah. What's the other one called? I'm blanking on my cats right now. No. Cheetah, leopard. Is that all there is? For big cats? I don't know. I'm blanking. Anyways, it's one of the two. Thanks, Victor. But yeah, this one's supposed to just pattern up the same way as well. We'll see. Kind of crazy. It is giving cat. I don't have my iPad up here today, but if we'll go onto my Instagram, I'll show you like what the sweater will look like at the end. I've made a similar one. So like this, it knits up like that. It looks really, really nice, but then it would just have like that cheetah print all over it. Thanks for the 6-7. So I think that could be really cool. Hopefully it creates at least good content if the sweater is ugly, you know what I mean? But okay. Thank you. They are cool. I mean, I don't have children, so no. I wish it would remove the background on Cornelia. I put them on there too. I removed the background on it and it still just uploads it with the background, so it's kind of annoying. So anyways, okay. Maybe I'll knit this one up on live. That would be a really good one to knit. see how my sweater comes along. God, sometimes I hate the smell of wool. What is this one even? Wool and mohair. Very cool though. I'm really excited to see how this goes. I also don't know if this is like my color. I think it'll be okay. This one too. This will be fine. It takes anywhere from an hour to 8 hours depending on whatever plushie you're making. So today, oh my God, Chewy. Okay, I haven't shared this video yet, but I made a reel yesterday because I'm finally starting my dream blanket, which is a granny square blanket, but I need you guys to tell me which granny square do we like better? Do we like just the smaller granny square? I kind of felt like this one, the colors didn't blend as well with this dark one. I don't know, it didn't seem to blend. And then this one I felt like looked better. So when I join them all together, there'll actually be a third round of this dark color. So it'd be quite big and dark. So I don't know though. The bigger one, right? Like this is giving more vintage crochet. Also, I almost regret starting it. I'm still waiting on yarn for this order, but I kind of wish, like I'll go grab my yellow one. I ordered a yellow yarn that's the same brand as the other yellow yarn because the center, I thought if the center was yellow, it might look a little bit more classic, but maybe not. Maybe this is the play. This is the color combo. Oh, thank you. Anyways, okay, so I think I'm going to continue. Thank you for the star. With making some more of these. I know, 92 days till Halloween, crazy. It's coming up fast. Very fast. And it's on a Saturday this year. Halloween. Isn't that fun? You crocheted a sea otter? That's cute. I've been seeing a lot of really cute like water animal kind of patterns lately, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had a reason to crochet a ton of plushies. Like, I don't know, I think next year I should really consider doing some markets again. I'm sorry guys, because I do think that'd be really fun to be just market prepping. Okay, I'm gonna leave that behind me, and that's what we're gonna make. Also, my yarn barf totally failed the other day. I also realized I have not kept up with my tutorial series. I feel like I've been so, like, just so much going on lately. So I am hopefully gonna get back into all of that this weekend and a little bit next week. But then I go back to work pretty soon here. You're stoked for Halloween? What are you going to do for Halloween? What will I be for Halloween? I don't know. What are you guys going to be? An Elmo. I don't know how many I've crocheted this year. Not too many, actually. What do you mean mass-produced replicas? Like when a company copies your stuff and then they sell them like Temu stuff, or what? I know. I don't remember the last time I did anything for Halloween either. But also when it's like on a weeknight, You're like, yeah, I'm too old to like do the whole, oh, let's do it on the weekend kind of thing. I don't know. I don't think I would do that. I would just make them all myself, to be honest. Do I want to be a fashion designer? No. I'm not a very fashionable person. You're still here? You know what? I take them out all the time and like move them around or show you guys or do whatever. So they don't get that dusty really. I don't know. My manager is a very private person. They like to be behind the scenes. The last thing I dressed up as for Halloween? When we hosted like a work thing, I think I went as like a fairy and I DIY'd my costume and I put all these like fake flowers and stuff on them. And then I don't think I went to any. Oh, wait, no, I did go to I went as a house cat. That was the last Halloween party I went to. I went as a house cat and I wore cat ears and I drew cat stuff on my face and then I wore it was like a leopard print bathrobe. So I went as a house cat. And my only costume that I actually went like full out in was when I went as a deer, which is kind of funny, but yeah, I didn't really want to. So I took me and my sister when we were back living at my parents together. I was like looking for a last minute costume. I was gonna do Dwight and Angela from The Office with my friend's boyfriend. And then I was like, ugh, it's just not giving Angela, even though it probably could have very easily. So I was like, hey, what am I gonna do? And so I was like, oh, went to my sister's room. I'm like, perfect, I'm going as a house cat. And then I show up to the party and my sister's there too. And she's like, you know, I haven't washed that robe in like 10 years. And I was like, oh, it was so gross. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like it because my mom she makes it every Thanksgiving and around Christmas sometimes. I think she'll sometimes make a pumpkin pie. I could be wrong. I can't really remember. So I just feel like I have so much pumpkin pie all the time that I'm just like, it's just not my favorite. Yeah, I try to do the Labubu prices. A house cat, like you don't like to leave the house. One plushie, the little ones will take me an hour, and then anything a little bit bigger will be like 2 hours to 6 or 8 hours. I know I did debate doing Queen's Gambit one year, but I feel like I just always leave everything to the last minute and then I can't pull it together well enough to like fully give the vibe. So no, I can't make Beavis and Butthead. Really? I mean, I love pie and cake and all of that. But I don't know. The pumpkin pie from Costco is so wild too, just how like big it is, and then it's so like gelatinous. It's weird. Santa, yeah. I don't sell the finished items. I just sell the patterns. So all the patterns are in my shop. And my shop is on sale to the end of August. Yay, we have our inner square. Decided to just run a shop sale because sales were doing really, really well. And I'm like, you know what? If people are shopping, why not just keep the sale going? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's a thing. I don't know how the shipping would work. I also bought some stuff to try doing stained glass, like faux stained glass crafts. I thought you hated candy corns though. Okay, where's my shop? I'll link you guys into my, if you want to see my plushy patterns. Ooh, I don't like using that link. Hello, hello. It feels like kind of weird to be on live in the daytime. I don't know why. It just feels like this is a nighttime thing. Do you know what I mean? But I'm like, hey, just because it's 6 p.m. here, like it's way later wherever, East Coast, right? So no, I will. It'll just be different. I'll definitely have my weekends open in the fall. And back when I was working, I would still hop on live like after a work day, but it would just be later. Like it'd be a 7:30 live kind of thing. So 7:30 to 10:30. But that's hard for me to do in the fall just because I like to stick to my schedule. Like sleep schedule. My sleep schedule has been so bad. I swear I've been going to bed at 12 a.m. like the entire month, which is just so stupid. I'm like, I'm tired, I'm snappy, my skin is suffering from it. Like I have so many breakouts right now. I'm like, go to bed early. I don't know why. I'm just like, I want to just be doing all these things all the time. And I'm like, just go to sleep, but I can't. But tonight I will. So I'm going to do this for 2 hours and then I will do my workout and then I'll get ready for bed and hop into bed and watch a movie and hopefully go to sleep. Really? Tell us about the psychic reading. You're the second person to post about a psychic reading today. Is there a full moon today? Because I almost got into 2 car accidents. It's my hobby job. I know, I know. Yeah, the sleep thing. I was having issues before too where like I wouldn't even be tired at night. I was like I could keep watching this show like forever. Like I just don't feel tired. And then finally this week when the weather changed and it wasn't so hot, I was finally like when I would be watching a show, fighting sleep again. That's my absolute favorite. When I get to that point where I can just like watch a show for 10 minutes and then be like and I'm like, okay, perfect. Now I can just fall asleep in peace. I love being like just so exhausted before going to bed. Oh, do you think it was was it more like predictive or was it like actually very accurate for your life? Not a lot of people understand what I'm saying, so don't worry. What was I going to look up? I told you guys I was going to look up if it's a full moon. No, I don't. I don't really like listening to anything. There isn't a full moon until next Friday. No, wait. August 28th. Full moon, July 29th. Are you joking? Somebody just confirm if there's a full moon tonight. Yeah, I mean, I believe in psychics. I believe in them. I think if they're saying things very general, no. But some things are just like very wildly accurate, you know? Everybody says that about blue light, but I've never slept better than when I put on a show that I really, really want to watch. Like, it has to be something I really, really, really want to watch. Because for whatever reason, my brain's like, oh, you want to watch this? Let's shut down. And then I go sleepy face. Meteor showers? Full moon last night? Oh. Well, whenever it's a full moon, people drive like dummies. And yeah, I almost got into 2 car accidents today. Only one would have been my fault. But like, whatever. It's the other person's fault. It's never my fault. A billion years. Wow. Hello, hello. How are you? You need white noise to fall asleep? Ooh. Okay, well, I used to read the Sylvia Browne books all the time. Apparently she was a fraud. I know, sorry, I was on a meeting earlier too for work, and he was like, you need to go get a coffee or something, because I couldn't stop yawning. But I went to bed last night maybe like probably closer to 12 than 11:30. I'm telling myself 11:30, but and then I woke up at 6:30 today. My name is Nina, but some people call me Kit. Am I a bad driver? It depends. It really depends. There's a lot of factors at play with that one. Hi, I've been good. I'm on here to de-stress though. 8 to 2? What was that your schedule? That's kind of random. Oh, am I like the white noise? True. Aggressive? Well, like, if people are being stupid, yes. But the thing is, there's just too many bad drivers. It's just not even worth it anymore. But I'm also like, you know, people make very good point, like, you got to be careful with your road rage because you never know who's going to follow you home, right? You don't want to piss off the wrong person just to prove a point. Honestly, to me, I feel like city, suburb, and town are all the same thing. I'm not in like a downtown kind of thing, not like a very dense city. But like on the outskirts where you have to go into more populated, dense area. Avoid conflicts at all costs. Yeah. I'm working on some granny squares that I'm gonna eventually put all together to make my dream granny square blanket. Oh my gosh, please don't do that. Please don't follow women home. No, instead of counting sheep, I usually do the alphabet trick to fall asleep, and that usually works. So you pick a topic like food, animals, names, and you start at A and you think about all the foods that start with A. Asparagus, almonds, apples, artichokes, I don't know. And then once you've run out of all the things you can come up with for A, you go to B, and usually by the time I get to C, I'm passed out. What's going on here? Is this not on my top live chat? Yeah, but then I saw other chats up there. Oh, I was talking about today, and there were people hung. It's got to be the full moon. It's got to be the full moon. The thing is, like, there's just so many people everywhere all the time that you can't avoid it. There's just so many people everywhere, and I hate it. Really? As soon as I read that, I thought about it. I yawned, though. Oh my god. Yes, I've gotten that quite a few times, which is, I really don't see it. As she's gotten older, I really don't see it. But I was getting my makeup done for a friend's wedding last year. She's like, you look like that girl from the Queen's Gambit. I'm like, oh my gosh. I gotta move to the country, Oh, I don't think I could take public transport. Like, obviously I would if I had to. I'm not against it, but I don't know. I couldn't deal with people. I don't like being close to people. Oh, thanks for being here. She is really pretty, yeah. I know when Queen's Gambit came out, people would send me screenshots of her all the time and be like, you look like her. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, you already did your road trip then. That's fun. Yeah. You know, I do think though, if I move to like somewhere quieter, like, is that where all the weird people are? Like, or do people just like keep to themselves? Like, would it really be better or would it feel weirder to be in a quieter area? So I don't know. You're just talking about the bigger square now? That's one where I'm making another big square. I have only had 2 boyfriends in my life. That's it. How many boyfriends have you had? I gotta make a lot. I don't know though. I'm not gonna do like a massive blanket because it will just be a blanket for my room in here. So we'll see. You've been learning how to crochet? That's so exciting. In rural country. That would be nice. It would be nice for it to be quieter. I do wonder if I would get bored, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I do love that we can just hop, like I can hop in the car and, you know, okay, I'm gonna go over to my parents' house. Like, I wouldn't like to be so far away from everybody, but direct marriage? No time to waste. Wait, that dog is so cute. Is that a dog or a cat? That's a cat? Oh no, I don't have cats, I have dogs. Ooh, teaching your sister crochet, that's fun. I don't make foxes, no. Maybe in the springtime I'll design some animals, but I am not very good at that. I don't like to sew them. I might for this project, but I think I'm just gonna like crochet them together. Join as you go style. So we'll see. I have a tutorial for that on my page too, for my Great Granny Square blanket. It shows you how to do the join as you go method. Thank you. I like the reindeer too. Work. Someone's cooking something outside and it kind of smells weird. It's the era of situation. No, I only sell my patterns. I'm a pattern designer. I'm making some granny squares to make a big retro looking granny square blanket. You can find all the patterns in my Etsy shop, which is linked in the chat, and then I have some free tutorials on my YouTube page. So just go check for them there. I think they do. I feel like the casinos usually host like something on Halloween. I've never gone. I feel like that would be the worst place to be on Halloween. But I would have to ask Emily that. No, I need a mental health break, and the octopus sweater is not going to do good things for my mental health. Why, what? Why would the casino be a bad place to be on Halloween? I just feel like it'd be crazy. Jimmy and the Cornelia is so funny. I make sweaters for myself, but I don't really do patterns for sweaters. I have one crochet cardigan. My name is Nina. I am so itchy. I feel like something is like constantly tickling my nose. And I really need my hair to grow out. I might try that rosemary hack where you make that rosemary mixture and then you spray it on your scalp and then it makes your hair grow fast because I need this to grow out. Do I have a bat? Like a pet bat? No. All over the place. I'll go to Michael's. You can order yarn on Amazon, Walmart, Yarn Inspirations, Crochet.com, Knitpicks.com, Premier Yarns. There's so many places. You just gotta Google what's closest to you, I guess. Thank you. I love my Frankenstein too. Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think she's ever gone on Halloween that I'm aware of. Yeah, there's a bat above my head. Hello. Oh, a yarn bat. I don't have my own pattern, but I have made some other patterns. I'm also, I filmed my vlog for, well, vlog, whatever you want to call it, for 30 Halloween crochet patterns. So I'll be sharing that next week, I think. Poopy, you changed your name to Cotton? Oh my god, I thought that it said cotton ply, and I was like, that's funny. We're still in kind of like the poop business here. Yes. Last year I did get quite a few trick-or-treaters. I was home, but I still just put out a bucket of candy because I didn't want to deal with everybody knocking at the door and then my dog's barking like crazy. And it was so funny. At one point, this little boy, he must have been like 4 years old or something, like ran up to the door. And he's like, Mom, look! And because it was full of candy, and he took a huge handful, and his mom's like, put it back, take one. I was like, oh my god. He thought he could just take as much as he wanted. I do remember you. Oh, no problem. That's like my whole goal with live stream is just to have like a chill, cozy crafting space. I did peruse other live streams, and it is crazy out there. So episodes. Drew, I never see your messages because it doesn't like pop out. I do like that about the membership things that people's what they say will pop out. So I do miss some things, but yeah, I feel like gas station tacos would never be the play. I feel like it'd be like, don't do gas station sushi and then tacos. So like that's on you, Sam, if that's true. I don't do any finished items. No, I'm not set up to be selling finished items, just patterns. And I'm really annoyed because in October, apparently the government is adding PST to digital downloads. I think it might only be for wearables. So it would be added tax onto my hat patterns and my crochet cardigan pattern. So anything that's a wearable. I really don't understand. Even they're adding this 7% onto yarn and wool, and it's like, why would you do that to like crafting supplies? Like, it's just so dumb. I think I honestly might like email my MLA and be like, please don't do this, like, please, because they're taxing like yarn and fabric, I believe, which are tax exempt right now. I think it's PST they're exempt from. Digital downloads are exempt from PST, but they're adding it to anything that's a pattern for clothes, and they're also taxing anything that would be used to mend clothes, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, because if you have the tools to mend clothes, then we can reduce waste by repairing clothes. But it's like, what do you want us to do? Just keep going and buying like fast fashion crap? Like, I don't know. It's stupid. I get it's like 7%. It's not gonna make a huge difference in my life, especially for me. It's a business expense, but it's just like an extra thing on top. That's just like, oh my God, Sam. That's your lesson, to ask more questions. I have been to the USA, yeah. I hear a lot about the noodle people. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. I can't speak French, no. Granny tax, yeah. Why are they taxing us grannies? I mean, like, a lot of things obviously have both taxes on them, the GST and the PST, but it's just like, it's just another thing to be like more complex for us in bookkeeping and all that crap, you know? We don't have VAT here. I think VAT is just a UK European thing. It's high though, isn't it? Because I see it on my on my Etsy sales that are to anybody in, like, I don't know, Europe. The VAT's on there, and I'm like, oof, that really upped the price quite a bit. Yeah, definitely ask where to next time. Hey, I'm annoying too, so don't feel bad. What? Where do you live that you paid that much in taxes? That's crazy. I'm not that business savvy. I haven't done any of my bookkeeping for the year. It's almost August. I've not book kept a single thing. I obviously like keep my receipts, but most of my receipts are like just in my inbox, in my email. So yeah, I really actually have no clue what the numbers are for my business ever. Oh, well, I know what the taxes are and I know what's going on with the taxes, and I don't want them to make my life more complicated. I'm not ready to hire a bookkeeper. No, the IRS won't because I'm Canadian. It's a CRA here. I file my taxes every single year, but I just don't like bookkeep everything until January, when I know everything's done for the year. And I just like scramble, stress myself out, do it all then, send it to my accountant, bada bing, bada boom. So. I wish I was more business savvy. I wish I was. I honestly like. I'm like, should I go take a business course so I can like figure this stuff out? Maybe take like a bookkeeping course, know how to do things properly. Or do I just pay somebody to do it and just stop complicating my life? I should probably just pay somebody to do it. I should probably also get something like QuickBooks or something like that to make life easier, but I don't know. I don't think a lot of people like believed in this business. And so I was like, oh yeah, you're right, it's not a real business. And then I was actually making real money, and I'm like, this is a business. I have to take this seriously. I have to do this properly. I kind of have a 9 to 5, but I work a Monday to Thursday. So this is like my side thing. H&R Block though, like I feel like they falsely advertise all the time because they'll be like, come to your taxes $100, then you leave and it's like never just $100. Like you're always paying a lot more. I just wouldn't trust them to do small business stuff. I have a proper accountant that does it all for me. He's pretty dang good. Hello, Grace. What do you need college for? Oh my god, that would be brutal. Lace weight yarn with your arms? Woohoo! I just got an order. Somebody ordered 2 patterns. Okay, that's smart, Poopy. Definitely go to bed early. I'm only going to be on here for about another hour, so. You really can't mess around with taxes in the States, hey? It's so, like, scary. Your guys' taxes are scary, scary. Oh, that's kind of cool. Because I'm not committing tax fraud? Because I run this as a legal business? Just because I don't update my spreadsheet that says how much I've spent on materials until right before I file my taxes doesn't mean I'm doing anything illegal. I actually don't even need to do that. I just need to submit receipts to my accountant and report my income to him, and he files it to the government, and it's 100% legal. It's called doing your taxes. I feel like everybody, honestly, most people around tax season time, they're always like, why did I leave this to the last minute? Like, we all just do that. Plus, I feel like there's always a paper trail, so it would be really hard to get around just selling things locally. Like, I guess you could put it on Marketplace and do it that way, but nobody's buying crochet stuff on Marketplace. Do you really think so, Sam? You know what I realized though, like with my month off of work, was that I am not very self-disciplined. So when I have infinite amount of time, I don't work as well as when I know I have a limited amount of time. So if I know like, hey, Saturday's my only day that I can film something, create something, work on a pattern, I will get it done. But if I'm like, oh, I've got a month off, I'm not doing anything. I don't know. I guess if it was my source of income, my only source of income, it would maybe be a little bit different because I'm like, okay, I got to make money, I got to pay the bills, but I don't know. Right. So we get that here too. It's called a T4. I think sometimes you get a T1 from your employer. So yes, you know, but when you're self-employed, you don't get that. Even like I think Etsy will do that for Americans, but they don't do that. They don't issue one for Canadians, which is really annoying. Thankfully, I think I do get one through like a lot of the affiliate stuff that I do. But I wish Etsy would just give me one. I just download the big file of all my financials from there and send that to my accountant, and he just kind of goes off of there. But yeah. Cash? Sure. But nobody has cash anymore. I don't do that, no. I don't do it quarterly. I just do yearly. Oh no, don't scratch your leg. You can do your taxes for free. Is that the H and R Block thing? Is it H and R Block or just HR Block? Is that what it's called? Right, that's true, Chimmy. No, I don't do garage sales. Because with like sales like that, people are expecting to pay like $20 or less for most stuff. And I'm sure they'd like come thinking they could get Frankenstein for $20, but he would have a sticker price on him that would say like $250. So do you need to make under a certain amount for what? I think if you make like $10,000 a year, just $10,000 a year from whatever income as a total, I don't think you pay taxes on that. I don't know. Could be wrong. But sometimes, so yeah, sometimes my wrist gets sore from crocheting, but I don't crochet too often. Wow, that's pretty nice. Taxes done for free. Yeah, Chimmy, you can purchase a membership. I think it's like one's like maybe $4.99 and one's $5.99. And then you get like priority in the chat kind of thing. And I can see your comments first on all of my posts. And yeah, I don't remember what else. I can do members only posts, so posts that only you guys would see. Things like that. Wow, weird. Yeah, no, it's a membership thing, which I was actually really surprised that people signed up for the membership. I don't know what else to like offer you guys. I feel like I don't really know what would be like a cool members only perk, you know? I know I could go into like a members only chat. I think you guys can do it in a members only chat as well, so you don't see like all the weird stuff. But it's kind of fun to see everybody's comments, I feel like. I think there's seven people in it now. Oh my god, stop. I would never want to get carpal tunnel. My time and my knowledge. Oh, and I'm not even that smart. Fortnite, I feel like that would be kind of boring. I do want to play my maid game. I have to get that set up though. I don't think you guys would want to watch me play that though. Like the maid that's investigating the mystery at the hotel. That's true. I should do that. I am not going to be doing fitness. That would be so embarrassing. That's a pretty good sleep schedule. Yeah. Oh my God, that's kind of cool. Let him cook. Wait, I love that one. That must be kind of newish. I've never seen it before. What did you do the math on? Hi, how am I today? I don't know what that is. You know what I really want to get is a trucking simulator. I wanted to do that for so long. I think it would just be so fun. Oh my God, that is crazy. But I think the trucking simulators are really expensive, aren't they? You're an actual one? Well, you should live stream your actual trucking. Twitch is kind of hard to get going though, isn't it? That sounds wild. I did see that there was another cozy game where this girl goes missing and you have to like go through all of her things. Like you go through her phone, her journal, her computer, and it's like kind of Y2K, and find out like what happened to her. And I'm like, that's kind of fun. You don't have 50 subscribers. I don't think you need very many subscribers. That's how you'd get subscribers. I'm working on some granny squares for a blanket. Well, if the Frankenstein is about 3 feet tall, and when he's standing up next to me, he's up to here. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it goes well for him. Yeah, exactly. Chili. You need 50 subscribers to go live? Is that for real? I feel like though when girls stream themselves like playing video games, I feel like guys are just like very douchey about it because, you know, women in male dominated fields, they're all like, you suck. Like, I don't know, they're just weird. And like more often than not, the girls are usually better than them too at these games. So I don't know. I feel like it would be a strange field to dabble in. Plus, I've never played any PC games in my life except for Neopets, you guys. So, I wouldn't really know what I was doing. The one with Jacob Elordi. Yeah, I feel you. That one was not it. Not it at all. I had some ice cream right before I came on here, actually. I can't remember what kind it was called, but I had a little bit. And then I'm going to go work out. I'm like, I need to get into shape, and then I eat ice cream before coming on here. What? Is that a joke, Sam? Yeah, exactly. It would be a non. I would be playing like the cozy games. Do people stream playing cozy games? I would actually like to watch that. I've been knitting for 10 years, just over 10 years. Barbara. Barbara is my nana's name. That's so funny. Barbie. You just practice. I know. I'm the same. It's really hard to like get back into that solid routine of it. I can't work out in the mornings either because I just don't feel like well enough to do it in the mornings. But when I did work out quite a bit, thank you. When I worked out like 5, 6 days a week, I used to work out in the mornings. That was the only way I could really like stick to it. I'd wake up, have coffee and breakfast, get changed, go out to the gym, come home, shower, go to work. It was the perfect morning schedule, and then I got sick, so I couldn't do that anymore. And now I find that evening workouts work a lot better for me. But depending on the day, like sometimes I'm just way too tired at the end of the day. So I will like very easily just be like, nope, too tired to work out. And I talk myself out of it. But I just want to put muscle back on because I've lost my muscle everywhere and I don't really like having like a noodly arm. I want to have like a little mini muscle again. So that's all. I know. I think my diet's pretty good though. Like I eat pretty well. I'm like a creature of habit, so I eat the same thing kind of over and over. What's your job? I hate this thing. I still don't know how to do it. No, my arm isn't even that tiny. I feel like when I go to the side, it's like, it's all back here. I got to work on my triceps. I've been working out at home. I actually like it at home a lot better. At my parents' house, we used to have like a really good home gym. And then I moved, so I lost that. I don't think I'll ever go to the public gym just because I'm too nervous. And I feel safer working out at home with my health condition, so that's why I like that. And then I don't like the thing like, oh, you got to wait around like people are using a machine or people are using like the weights or whatever. Like I don't want to wait. I just want to get it done. No junk. Oh, bye Poopy if you're leaving. Home gyms are nice, yeah. Hopefully build out a better home gym. I'm just using dumbbells right now. Dumbbells in my living room, honestly. But you know what? It works. It gets the job done. Even when I had the home gym, the only thing else that I was using differently for machines was I would use the leg press machine and leg extension machine. And like, yes, some cable pull down stuff, but I feel like for the most part, you can do a lot of the same stuff that is still effective with just dumbbells. So I like to just keep it simple. I don't really care to do all these like complicated things. Yeah. I know. Because, well, like we're not all in the same room, I feel like that's why I like doing my like movie night with my friends where we do it over FaceTime and we just go 3, 2, 1, start the movie at the same time. Because you're just like, you're still in your own little bubble. But like people are there, but they're not really there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. A gym at work would be nice. My friend was saying she has a gym that she can use at work too, so she can either go before work or after work. And I feel like that's kind of nice because it's semi-private, it's not open to everybody. And it's super convenient because most people would work out before work or after work anyways, right? Especially if you're like waiting out traffic, if you like work like a typical 9 to 5, you might as well just like waste some time in the gym. My dad had a leg press machine, literally, it was the same leg press machine that we had for years. He had gym equipment from when I was like a little kid, like probably when I was like 8 years old. So it's like old gym equipment that we had forever. He did sell most of it though now. Woohoo, 200 likes. Thank you. I think that most people probably wouldn't even use it though, you know, like a work gym. A commercial? No, I don't think it was a commercial leg press. It was just, I don't know. It was like a leg press that you could turn into a squat thing as well. So you could squat it, but I could never do the squat because where the padded things were for your shoulders were like right outside my shoulders. So it almost like go through it. So it wasn't good. I didn't like doing that. A hack squat? Maybe it was that. Hi, we're crocheting granny squares and we're discussing gym habits, and we just chat about very strange, peculiar topics all the time. It's not too serious. It's not too bizarre. But yeah, we're just chit-chatting about gyms right now. I do kind of wish I put my hook size down just a little bit because sometimes this goes really, really thin and I don't know if I like how gappy this one is. I don't know, it's hard to like generalize like that because you could also argue that like most people nowadays are super skinny with our whole Ozempic thing going on. I feel like everybody's on a GLP-1 now. Oh, that's cool. I gotta be careful, I'm pulling out random stitches. Yeah, some people have very physical jobs. I can't imagine wanting to go to the gym at or before going to a physical job. Gym. I'm in Canada. What the is that? Bad for your heart, really? Woo, Canadians, yay. We like when Canadians join the stream, right, Jimmy? Freddy Krueger? Watching from the Philippines. CrossFit after work? Oh my god. I couldn't imagine. CrossFit is so intense. I used to love watching the CrossFit documentaries on Netflix though. Like I was obsessed. I'm actually like low-key upset that there hasn't been one in a long time. Um, I don't know what it was, like the CrossFit Games or whatever. I was very invested in all of that because I just like that's their lives. It's like their full-time job. It's like, what do you mean? It's CrossFit, but people probably say that about crochet. What do you mean that's a job? Energy drinks? Yeah, I don't get the energy drink thing. Like it's so bad for you. I seriously think if I drank an energy drink, I might die. Yeah, but it's like very intense caffeine, is it not? There's also a lot of random ingredients, but they make all these clean energy drinks now too. Yeah. Just like the dedication to their lives is like to just be someone that does CrossFit is wild. Like to me it seems almost like a form of torture, but I think because it's so extreme, that's why I like watching it. Um, I also just love like very strong, like I love seeing how far people can push themselves to get like super strong. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God. Ew, that's kind of gross if that's true. Fun with cars. Me, I'm like, don't drink an energy drink, and I'm just drinking a zero sugar Dr. Pepper. That's good of you, Drew. I think I'm gonna go live on Saturday night. Maybe a little earlier again, maybe like 6 to 9 ish. So yeah. Oh, interesting. Yes, I do knit. I'm not diagnosed as neurodivergent, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Interesting. And do you like being on the blood pressure meds? Adios. See you on Saturday. Yeah. I don't know, but it's like now, um, it seems like everybody is neurodivergent. So it's like, I mean, I'm not discrediting it at all. But I'm like, maybe people are just people, you know? I don't know. I'm not really qualified to speak on that, but again, a lot of it is just like so much internet stuff that you see. You're gonna go on blood pressure medication. You're getting that old, Sam? I feel like I should have maybe joined, because I actually think that, okay, let's look at this. I think 3 rounds would be too much of this. Oh yeah, I agree. Like sometimes social stuff can be really tricky. I think for me, I just, I don't know. I think I find socials uncomfortable, but I'm very aware of trying to make it not awkward and try to make it comfortable. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I perhaps, I don't know, I'm doing like masking stuff, but again, perhaps a conversation for a therapist. Okay, I think that this actually looks good if I were to join those together with this amount of the darker brown between them, just the 2 rows. I think that looks good. I don't think I'm going to do more than that. I want to hold it up and see. You know what? I'm just going to join it because I can rip it out and it's not like super permanent, which is nice. Let's try that. Okay, I will hold it up so you guys can see how I'm joining it. Even though this is not really that great of an angle. And then I think I did one there, and then okay, I do love this yarn. I'm a big fan of Crochet.com and Knit Picks. I'm using the Knit Picks Brava. I will say it definitely sits on the thinner side of a worsted weight yarn. It's also very springy, so I feel like I can stretch it a lot, which makes it a little bit tricky to crochet with because my hook wants to keep like springing around. The Premier Basics worsted that I'm using for my other flower squares, very sturdy, very thick, almost like kind of that rougher feeling. Okay, and then oh, I gotta remember how to do this. I do knit. I mainly knit hats or sweaters, and so it's not really been what I've been working on. I have been knitting some hats, and I am going to be doing a tutorial for that soon on YouTube. I'm just not in like a knitting mood. I think I have to go backwards. I think that's how I did it. Yes. Okay. And that up backwards. I'm hoping this is going to look okay. I haven't done this on worsted weight. I think it will be. I do love how it looks sewn together though. Some bell-bottom leggings, that would be kind of funny. I do have some sweatpants that I want to make out of granny squares. I think that would have to be cotton though. I'm working on some granny squares. I'm just trying to join it, so in order to like not have this flapping around, I'm just doing it on the desk in front of me so it actually like attaches nicely. I'm going to be making a full blanket, so that's what I'm working on with these. It looks okay. I just don't know if I'm going to like regret joining it this way. I'll join it and I'll show you guys. But yeah. No, I'm doing join as you go method. So crocheting it as I go. I could do the single crochet join. Don't know if I want ridges though. I want my seam to be pretty flat. Another crocheter. I think if you make baby blankets for the hospital, I think you just donate them here. I don't think you sell them. It is very cute though. Okay, just pull that a little bit. Okay, so this is what it looks like when I join it as I go. So there's technically still a gap between these, but it's not terrible. It's still like semi-flat. It's just not like flat sewn together. Do you know what I mean? Like, because we can still pull apart there. This looks really weird right now. Anyways. I know it looks better when you add like more squares to it and it kind of pulls it out and then it does sit a little bit flatter. I just don't know. I am a very indecisive person. I'm so bad at making decisions. Whenever someone's like, oh, do you want to do this or this? I'm like, I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you want to eat this or this? I don't know. Whatever you want to eat. I don't know why I can't make any decisions to save my life. So, I don't know. I think in the long run, I'm gonna like it a lot better if I'm gonna like doing less work this way. You know, you can't really tell. It's not like it doesn't already have like gaps in here. I have no clue. You'd have to ask my sister where she is. I don't know what to do. I'm going to Google. No, I never block the squares. Also, with like join as you go method, I feel like you can't really block before you join. So it would save my sanity. I would block it after, I think. I would probably just like wash the whole thing and then, or like lay it all out and like steam block it. I have no clue where Katie is. Okay, I'm gonna search up sewn granny squares verse join as you go. I know it will. There's also like another method of sewing, like crocheting them all together too. Because I do mine differently than other people. Anthony, this is not the place to tell me your marital problems. You gotta go talk to her, don't talk to me. Let's see what Reddit has to say. Joining with the single crochet, so it would probably be faster than sewing them unless you're particularly fast sewer. Switch just goes pretty quick. It'll leave a slightly bulkier seam than sewing them together. I'm triple. I'm not single, I'm triple. Both options will leave the same amount of tails. Yeah, I don't know. I think I want to sew them. I'm gonna Google vintage granny square blanket. Okay, well, my advice would be you gotta talk to your lady. You gotta discuss with her, hash it out, explain why you work so much. Tell her you appreciate her. She's working hard too. She's taking care of kids. That shit is hard. I wouldn't know because I don't have kids, but I don't have kids because that is hard. So maybe it's not really even about how much you're working. Maybe it's about her needing a little breaky poo. Or maybe she wants more time with you. You know, and she's just not saying that. And it's coming out a different way. Sometimes people want you to read their minds, and that's a little silly because people should just say exactly what they mean. I don't like riddles. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Drop the kids off somewhere safe. Spend more one-on-one time with your wife. It sounds like you both need time outside of your jobs. If stay-at-home mom is her job, then she needs time away from that too. Otherwise, it's probably not going to work out because you guys will just resent each other. And there's nothing worse than that. Also, you have to think about your children as well. You know, it's not just about you two. So if things are not good with you guys, your children are going to know that. And there's nothing worse than being a child bearing the problems of their parents. So sort that out. And happy wife, happy life. Couples Pilates class. You could. Okay, let's see. It's so hard to search for anything crochet right now because it's all AI. Let's look at this picture. Let me zoom in. Okay, looks like this baddie also used join as you go method. I know. Oh yeah, if you go on Etsy and you search like crochet pattern, it's literally all AI, which is really awful because a lot of people are not shopping on Etsy anymore, and a lot of sellers are moving away from the platform. People are constantly complaining about Etsy, which I think gets out to customers, and customers are like, oh, I can't trust like something new, so they have to like know that it's coming from a real person. Oh my god, I love that. If this is actually Sam's wife, this is amazing. I don't have any beginner sessions. No, I don't teach how to crochet. I heard that happening with Facebook. That Facebook, somebody breached the Facebook thing. Sam's proxy. Wonder if she wrote about this. Oh, no, she doesn't say. Oh, cute. She's also got a pit bull. His AI bot. Oh, this one looks really nice. Also, looks like Join As You Go. I think that might be the play. I think I just got to get over it. This one. Okay, I'm going to go with Join As You Go. I just feel like I'm making a big mistake doing it though. Sleep. Okay, so not Sam's wife, Sam's AI. Could you imagine if we went to sleep and robots took over our body while we were sleeping and like just did stuff? And you could program your robot. It'd be like, oh, robot, do my bookkeeping for me while I'm sleeping tonight. And robot would be like, beep boop, beep boop, it's all done. That would be amazing. Although I don't want to live in a world where we function as robots. What? Open claw? Well, that sounds terrible. Okay, I gotta research this other way to join as you go. Join as you go. Methods. My dog's like my feet. Welcome. You're gonna have to tell us how we say your name properly though. My nails are sharp. I gotta get them done. They'd be growing out, but probably in August I'll go get them done. They're a little too long. And I'm over the pink. But how about a world where I do your taxes for you without... Do you just want to know what my finances are? Oh my god, that's like a Companion. That reminds me of the movie. Have you guys seen the movie Companion? Amir. Another Calgarian? Are they real? Yeah, they're my nails, except she's been filing away my nails underneath. Look how weird they look underneath there. So, like, my nail was to there, and then once she put the hard acrylic on top, she's like, okay, I'm gonna just file away your nail. I'm like, why? So then it like gets snagged on everything, and it's super annoying, but... Wait, how do you know the acronym for Join As You Go? You haven't seen the movie? Why am I being sarcastic? Oh, my feet? My dogs are snoozing. One's taking a bath right now. Your physical. Yeah, I'll show you. They're sleeping. Can you see them? There. Choo-choo! Cute, cute, cute. I don't want to like disturb them though. I want them to stay sleeping for another half hour here. Carol. If that's true, that's terrible. Yep, she was taking a bubble bath. Okay, so let's look at this. Tight flat joint. Anchor each directly to neighboring motif to create a secured. Continuous join as you go. That's what I was going to look at. Companion was a good watch. It was like really crazy. I feel like I didn't really know where it was going the whole time. It was worth the watch though. What's her name? Sophie Thatcher. She's a good actress. Oh yeah, but it's not like super horror. It actually would be suitable for like a summer creepy movie. I was wondering if I did rent a cabin and I filmed a lot there, would that be considered a business expense? The one with Megan Fox? Jennifer's Body? Did you really? Continuous join as you go. Working a running path across rows of multiple squares at once, leaving. Right. I think I'm just going to do the standard one and weave in a ton of ends. Because I've already screwed it up. Yeah. All right. She's not a robot. Oh, wait. Sophie Thatcher is a robot, yes, in Companion. Megan's Body. Is that what it's called? No, Jennifer's Body. Megan Fox is just like. Oh! Wait, you mean like the crappy one where Megan Fox is like the nanny or something that they hire and she's like AI? She's an AI nanny. It's on Netflix, I'm pretty sure. I have not watched that. I couldn't believe she did that one. I was like, this did not look like it was a good movie. I might watch it just to like see how bad it is. There's also that new one coming out with Jenna Ortega where she plays like an AI robot thing. Or like those dolls, and then like she's kind of like an older version, but that's what like the daughter wants. And so I can't remember what it's called though. Yeah, I can't imagine it was very good. It was like a Netflix one, right? Or like she kept doing Choo Choo. All those like B grade movies too. That other one she did with Machine Gun Kelly and Bruce Willis, also terrible. Something like the blades in the grass or something, or switchblades in the sawgrass. I don't know, something like that. Subservience. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Thank you, Carol. Did anybody watch that new Netflix documentary, A Toxic Love Story or whatever? I'm gonna actually make an attempt to like hide my tails nicely in here. No, you haven't watched it? No, that one, what the car crash one was different. This one was about the couple that they kept getting like really crazy threatening emails from the ex-girlfriend to like harm them and harm their unborn baby and all this stuff. And then it just became like so twisted. It was okay. It wasn't told the best, but everybody was like, now I have way more questions than I did before. This didn't clear up anything. It's like, what? It was pretty straightforward. Like, sure, we don't know why that guy was so messed up, but like, do we need to? He was messed up. Yeah, I feel like it'd be hard to act as a robot, like convincingly, like as AI. It wasn't too intense, I don't think. It's just like, it's just so surprising how bizarre some people are, you know? No, I don't watch Lord of the Rings. Um, did you say the car crash one? What was that one called? With that Mackenzie Shirilla one or whatever. Okay, I think I'm fine with this. I actually think on the worsted weight it works quite well. The only thing I don't love about doing this join is that it becomes very boxy. Like the fold doesn't go very nice. Like if I wanted to fold the blanket elsewhere, like it's kind of just makes it hard, but whatever, I need to get over it. Yeah, what the heck was that one called though? I can't remember. The Crash? I think it was just called The Crash. Margot Robbie? Yeah, Margot Robbie. Harry Potter trilogy. Harry Potter has like 18 movies. Ugh, I really gotta. I could be just like batch making this blanket where I do all the white parts first and then move on to all the orange and do it that way, but The Crash, yeah. Really? I went and saw the Barbie movie in theaters and I thought it was like pretty good, but it wasn't really what I was expecting it was going to be. Yeah. Yeah, it was I mean, it was definitely a good take on Barbie, but it was I didn't think it would be so in your face about learning lessons about, I don't know, being a woman. I thought it was going to kind of be like more how Barbie is just Barbie, you know? Like kind of vapid and I don't know, not that serious. But Slay, it was still good. Conjuring didn't really scare me. It's kind of hard for like haunted movies, like when things, objects and stuff, when like houses are haunted for it to scare me. Like it definitely like creeps me out, but and I definitely think like houses and objects can be haunted, but I think if more than anything I was bored in The Conjuring. Yeah, I think she did do it, but I feel like I need to watch other documentaries on it to understand more because I don't think that Netflix documentary did a good job about reporting everything. You know what I mean? I don't know what the scariest thing I've ever seen is. What's his face? Does that comedian still have the the house with the Annabelle doll in it? Matt? What's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. He looks like Ellen DeGeneres. Matt. What's that comedian's name? Matt Rife. Yeah. Thank you. Because last I heard, he bought that house with all those haunted objects in it, and he was going to open it up as like an Airbnb or something. And people were like, please do not do that. Unless that was fake. I want to watch Hail Mary too. I just feel like I have to be like so in the mood for that. People are going crazy about his little knit sweater in that one too. I think Matt Rife, like, his crowd work was really good, but then when you watch his stand-up, it's actually pretty hard to watch. But when he works with the crowd, he's pretty funny. So I think for him, he gained all that popularity because all those clips of his crowd work were all over TikTok. And then when it got to like the Netflix special and people watched a full thing, they were like, oh. Nun movie? What? Was it a good movie? Okay. I feel like Ryan Gosling wouldn't do a bad movie, but you never know these days anymore. What did I watch recently with him? The Fall Guy? I didn't finish it. It was just like ever so slightly too cheesy for me. You like his stand-up? I don't know. Some of it just was like so uncomfortable. Wild and Out. But I don't know. Stop. Does HGTV actually exist still? That was like my favorite channel before. Because it would have like House Hunters and all of those like reno shows on it. I used to love watching home renovation shows all the time. I was obsessed. It would be like $600 to make you a sweater. Yeah, move. No, I think that was on a different network. That was on ABC, I think. Move that bus. You watch the History Channel? Auto shops put that on. Yeah, I loved House Hunters. It used to piss me off so much because they'd be like, newly married couple, Genevieve and Greg, only have a budget of $125,000 for their new home. And then they'll like go through a house and it's like $135,000. And it's like this gigantic, historic, beautiful mansion. Like so beautiful, so much space, like 8 million square feet. And they'll be like, it's too pricey. And like, meanwhile, where I am, $100,000, you can't buy anything. Like the same thing would be 2 million plus here. And they're like, I don't know. I think we got to go for the $75,000 house. And it's still like the most beautiful, historic, charming, cutie little house you've ever seen. And you're like, okay. Well, that would be like, I guess, American, right? Some of the real estate in America, it's like crazy. Like I get all these pop-ups on Facebook for like listings of like Victorian style houses because you know you look at one, you click on one listing and then it thinks that you're absolutely obsessed with it, and like I do like seeing it. But it'll be like the most beautiful Victorian historic houses with so much charm, so much character, just like gorgeous on so much acreage, and it'll be like always under $200,000. I have made a snake. I made a 9-foot snake before. It's crazy. I feel like, but I understand because then you usually now you get people in the comments that will be like, what's wrong with it? And then they'll be like, I Googled the address. It's in this really crappy area. This is bad here. If you look on Google Maps and like look around in the neighborhood, it's like usually kind of like sketchy looking or whatever. I'm like, okay, I get it. But like even that the fact that there's like opportunity to own real estate and like property that low. Like, don't get me wrong, if the same thing was available in my area at that price point, but the area was way too sketchy to live in, I wouldn't do it. But it's just like so wild to me how far your dollar could go in the States. But again, I'm sure that's like all hi Chew. Depends on cost of living and everything in those areas. Relative, that's the word. Relative to your cost of living and all those things. Plus no roaches. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm sure some of them are in the middle of nowhere. Some of them seem like pretty nice, but then you think like, okay, if you were to look up the area, what would be like the jobs around there that are available? How much would they typically pay? All those sorts of things. A rocking chair? I'm actually very comfortable. New Jersey, it's really expensive in New Jersey. Really? Why is Jersey so expensive? $800 a month? Can you hear that? Somebody's playing with a basketball. No, I didn't really watch CBC. All the Canadian shows were so boring growing up. Like most of them were really boring. I don't really want to listen to children right now either. Was my mic picking up the outside? Really? Oh, I don't know. Probably just things that I wouldn't find that boring now, but like at the time I maybe thought they were. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good to know. I did not know. I didn't think my mic was supposed to pick up any sound around me. I thought it was just supposed to pick up me. Maybe because I have it on 0. What about if I turn it like this? Does that make it better or worse? Or the same? Can you guys still hear the basketball? What are you doing? Was the Odyssey good? I'm just louder? Okay. I turned the volume thing up to +6. No licking. Oh, it picks up that too? I mean, that's good, because that's kind of like an ASMR thing, right? New Spider-Man already, hey? Okay, Breaker High was the shit, though. It was so good. I loved that. Breaker High, and then there was another one. Oh, it was based in North Van. It was also pretty good. You had an otter as your profile pic? That's kind of funny. Beachcombers? My parents were obsessed with beachcombers. They would always talk about that. Are You Afraid of the Dark was amazing. Was that just Canadian? I think it's still on. I think you can watch it on Disney. I used to watch that all the time, and then I'd be so scared before bed, and I would pretend to sleep so that my dad would carry me upstairs, and that intro was the best. Am I standing? No, I'm sitting on a chair. There's a chair right behind me. Oh, you guys had it too? What was the clown one? I love how that was like kid programming too. I mean, it was kind of like late night, but so nostalgic. I'd probably, if I had a kid, I'd be like, you're watching this. Just to, like, make sure they were as freaked out as me. I gotta watch this again. Oh, yeah. Why was that a kid show? That's so funny. No wonder I am the way I am. Like, all the things I watched way too young. Okay, let's see what you guys are asking me. Yeah, there's a couple Halloween skeleton patterns. Like some Mr. Bones patterns are really cute, actually. Goosebumps, I loved Goosebumps as well, but it did really scare me. I don't know, because there's so much scary clown stuff. Yeah, like the, what was the doll? Slappy or whatever? I hated that so bad. I also hated the one that was like when the family went to that, like, kind of like amusement park, but it was like all scary and they kind of got separated or something. I don't know. You guys probably know better than me. I have such a bad memory. Dummies, yeah. Night of the Living Dummy. That scared the bejesus out of me. I think they made like a movie of that one too, right? Horrorland, yeah. I hated that. I'm gonna Google it right now. There's a whole Goosebumps book series just for Horrorland. This is crazy. You can watch this on YouTube. One Day at Horrorland Part 2, full episode. But is it real? Horror freaky. Yeah, I love Bananas in Pajamas. No, I never watched that series. I feel like I know that name of it, but I never watched it. Wait, but can you put... But did Goosebumps put this on here? I want to look on YouTube and see. Like, does Goosebumps have an account on YouTube? Because I need to subscribe. I should crochet some Goosebumps stuff, shouldn't I? Goosebumps does have an account. Is it real, though? Or is it just like somebody made it? I don't cross stitch. Better beware, you're in for a scare. Goosebumps is live right now. Shut up, that's kind of cool. Do they live stream? It just live streams it. Anybody watch Tales from the Crypt Keeper? There's also another one. Oh, what the hell? Spooky Stories or something? Or Freaky Stories? Let me look it up. Freaky Stories. Yes, the maggot. That was my favorite show growing up. I would be so sad to miss that one. I love them because they were in like that little diner or whatever. Season 9, episode 37, The Rich Fart. I feel like there was one about a dog and she put her hand down. The dog was licking her hand, but it wasn't a dog at the end or something. I wonder if you can watch, this one's also on YouTube. Wow. Oh, it is a Canadian. Freaky Stories is Canadian. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt Keeper was also my favorite as well. Grisly Tales for Gruesome Kids? I never heard of that one. No wonder I have issues. This one was good too, though, but I can't really remember any of the episodes, Tales from the Crypt Keeper. Like, he would tell you stories. But I guess because they didn't seem so scared because they were animated, but they always were kind of freaky. You guys can hear my dog snoring too? What's the point of this mic? Is there any point in this mic? Like, really? I thought like, oh, perfect. Now when the like neighborhood kids are playing outside, I can keep my window open because you won't be able to hear them, but I did watch Stranger Things, yeah. I know, I watched Chucky at 6 years old too, and it actually really messed me up. Okay, so what was it better when I took this off though? Because when I was filming before and took the thingy off, it was way too... Turn it down? Okay. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock right now. Chucky was creepy, the doll. Well, I have so many nostalgic shows to watch. I want to look up Are You Afraid of the Dark? The only thing that sucked back then was like, you'd be so excited to sit down and watch Are You Afraid of the Dark because it'd always be on at the same time, right? And then it's like a rerun. And you're like, oh, I've already seen this one. 7 seasons, though. I wonder if they took it off of Disney. I'm gonna look that up. I think they did. Watch the clown one, yeah. Reject login, if it will even let me. It's on Paramount? Okay, I think I have Paramount. To sign into this. Who's watching? Me. No, I never watched Landman. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, maybe not the way to go. No, they took it off of here, so yeah, I guess I'll have to look that up if it's on Paramount. Good to know. Yeah, I think I've seen Darkness Falls. 28 years later, yeah. No kidding. Especially before PVR, whatever it was called, where you could record DVR, PVR. What was that called? That was so popular. I remember when that came out and it was like life-changing. Like you can record TV shows. I filled my parents' TV up with Dateline episodes. You're drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon? No, not VHS. Like, you know, when you could... Like, if you were watching TV and you could, like, record it. So if you were, like, you had to, like, go to, like, dance practice, soccer practice or something, you could record it and then it would save it on your TV and then you could watch it later. Oh, yeah. I guess you... Yeah, some people it was called TiVo, yeah. In the 90s you could do that on the TV? That was pretty crazy. Yeah, DVR, yeah. What the heck does that stand for, though? Demand video recording. I don't know, I just made that up. Yes. My sister was obsessed with Days of Our Lives, and we had to go on vacation one time, and obviously, like, Days of Our Lives is like a daily show. So she had my uncle come over and record the episodes on a VHS, and I'm pretty sure my uncle recorded it over my parents' wedding VHS. So, oh my god, that's so funny. I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, the clutter kind of like sucked. And truly, like, how often would you rewatch like a movie or whatever? Like, I used to collect DVDs and I wanted like a huge DVD collection. I don't know though. It's kind of sad in a way, but I'm more of a Slytherin. MTV. Okay, but like Canadian MTV, when they would do it in like Toronto and have like the after show and stuff like that, that was amazing. Because DVD players became like extinct and not compatible with the TVs anymore, and streaming became a thing, and laptops lost their slot player thingy majiggers, so, you know, no sense in having a bunch of DVDs on hand. I don't even know what I would have done with them. I guess maybe I put them on like Craigslist or something. Because that would have been like back before even Marketplace was really a thing. I mean, I was in the 90s. True. I used to actually hate that more with video games. I think that was a huge upgrade for video games. Because we would do all the tricks with, like, you know how they would tell you to put toothpaste in the cracks on your video game in order for it to like work, and it never actually worked. She's 43, yeah. Almost 43. Did it ever work? That was always the worst, and you're like, which one of you scratched the game? Like, I'd be so mad. Digital era is wild. Like, truly. I'm gonna do my 2 more rounds on this one, and then I'm gonna go. I'm 33. I was born in 93. I also had a little thrifting business with my mom, so I love all things vintage and retro. I yearn for the simplicity of the 90s, but not for the weirdness and the strange vibes that also came with it. But like, oh, to be a kid in the 90s again would be kind of lit. I don't know. I feel like we always had snowboarding games. We had a lot of skateboarding games. I wouldn't really play too much. I would just watch my brothers play. I think at one point we had like the Simpsons game. We would go and rent a lot of video games too. But my favorite game was the Cat in the Hat game. Even though I could never make it past like level 3. Burn CDs, yeah. I don't think I'm bigger than a Hollywood celebrity, but the 80s didn't come to Canada until 93. Crazy talk there. Tony Hawk, yeah. I don't know how to play chess, actually. I think that's one thing that kind of, I don't know. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, yeah. Obsessed. I would actually play that quite a bit, but I just had no clue how to do anything on it. I don't have the Cat in the Hat game anymore. I wonder if you can even like still get it. Oh. I wonder if I can. I wonder how you do that though. Like, what does that mean? Let me Google. Oh. Let me try this. Guys, I'm going to try something, okay? Hey, Jesse. Yeah, I feel like I really liked the, Sega was okay. I feel like there wasn't a lot of fun games for me personally on Sega, but I loved Nintendo. And every summer, like all summer long, I would play Mario Party with my friends or brother, like whatever. and that was the best. I already am though, so how do I do this? Might be messing up my stuff though. I don't know how to do this. I think I have to go in that other way. Anyways, whatever. I did not, but I think my friends used to play that. Yeah, I didn't really care for that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously played like Sonic and stuff, but I just didn't find it too interesting. I did buy like the new Sega Comeback thing where it had like the preloaded games all on it, and it was okay. But it's like very different to play games like that from back then when you're used to like the games that are out now. It's almost like not enough going on to like interest you. I had a computer in the 90s, but at one point I remember we had dial-up, and then after that it was just like crappy internet connection forever. I started crocheting about 10 years ago. Atari, yeah. Super Smash Bros. Are there crochet video games though? We didn't really have a lot of arcades around here, but there was one. It was really far away, and we would go there sometimes. But I was mainly just obsessed with playing pinball. That's what I enjoyed doing at the arcade. You've been reading a lot lately? Yeah, I feel like I never really hear too much about people even having gaming systems. I feel like a lot of people are PC gamers now. Oh my God, Chuck E. Cheese was, we also had one called Jolly Genies, which was like similar to Chuck E. Cheese, but it was kind of like, yeah, Addams Family Pinball was the best one. Jolly Genies was like the knockoff Chuck E. Cheese, so it wasn't actually like as cool, but like it was sick to have your birthday there when you were like 8 years old. That's fun. I like those games that are like you play it with groups of people, like you can play it through an Xbox or something like that, but everybody plays like your controller is your phone, and there's, I think one's called like Sabotage or something. And then there's another one that asks like questions, and you have to see like who the, like you answer like trivia stuff almost and see who wins or not. Or like who has the, you vote for like the best answer sometimes. I did watch The Goonies. I still have to finish it. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Yeah, because it's so fun. Or we had this place called Crash Crawlies growing up, and it was like an indoor play thing. They had like a train. You could go on like the train. You go in this like tunnel. But like it was like an indoor jungle gym, and like that was so fun too because you just go and play for hours. Am I good at trivia? No. I'm not very well, I mean it depends. The thing is, like, I will convince myself that I am like totally right and I'll have like a perfect reason to like justify it and then it will be wrong. So, I think I was just expecting something else for the Goonies and I thought it was more of a summer movie. Like, I thought it was summer-ish, but it's not. And I didn't really enjoy looking at that sloth guy. And then when he kissed the kid too, I was like, no, this is too much. And then that one kid, he just never shut up. He was like everything he was saying, like I can't remember, what do they call him? Tub or the bigger kid. They called him Chum. His name was Chum. It's a fall movie. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I watched it on a rainy day, so it like kind of fit the vibe, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know. No Eraserhead. I don't know if I'll ever watch that one. Why? What happens when you clip a stream? I might have seen The Sandlot when I was younger, but definitely not something that I would remember. Is The Sandlot the baseball one? Yeah, Back to the Future is good. I should probably watch that one again. Weird Science. That one was weird. I did go through like an 80s movies kick not too long ago. It really just made me realize the 80s were such a strange time. Like a very odd time to be alive. Really? The Da Vinci Code? I've never seen it. Maybe I should watch it. The best Canadian movie? Oh my god, I have no clue. I feel like it's so hard to say like what's the best Canadian movie because like movies can either be, I don't know, are they all fully 100% Canadian? Like, do you mean like made by a Canadian director, writer, producer, like? Oh my god, so I used to work at McDonald's when I was in high school, and I would never ever, after working there, ever go into one of those play places or let my children go into those play places. One time when I was on shift, somebody had peed in the play place and they had peed in the upper level of it that was right above where you walk up to get into the plaything. So like the entrance of the play pit. So this kid peed and it was dripping down and she's like, oh, my child just peed in there. And I'm like, great. And then they're like looking around and the manager goes, well, you're the smallest one, Nina, so you're the only one that would properly fit in the play place. You should go clean it up. I'm like, what? I'm like, my job here is to like take food orders, not clean up children's pee. Like, I did not sign that in my contract. And then thankfully the mom just felt so bad that she went up and cleaned it herself. I was like, say less, say less, because like, I'm not doing that. I mean, the play place was fun, but yeah, think about the amount of times that children peed in those places. Which really, like, kids should just be in diapers for a lot longer, probably. Ew, I know. Or in, like, the ball pit, there'd always be a Band-Aid. Finding a rogue Band-Aid is one of the worst things ever. God, hate Band-Aids for that reason. Oh, I started reading the John Candy book. I love him. Uncle Buck is such a good movie. I love that movie. I have not watched the documentary though because I was planning on reading the whole book first. It was not available at the library though, so I was reading like a sample. But very interesting life, for sure. Ew, why are you even wearing a Band-Aid if you're going in the pool, you know? Like, put on liquid Band-Aid at that point. Yes, he was really funny. Okay. Crazy how long these squares are actually taking me. I feel like I'm like doing pretty good at working on these the whole time too. Like, you know how I usually just like chat and I'm not really working. You guys are always like, get back to work. But this time I feel like I was actually really working on this and it still took me forever. Yeah. Uncle Buck was just a good one. What? I have no clue. Ugh. We got to move on from the Band-Aid combo. Yeah, the Great Outdoors. That was a good one too. Tarkov? Battlefield? I think. Oh, they were, but they came around. I don't really remember why they didn't want Uncle Buck there because the parents had to go somewhere, right? To like a funeral or something. They had to deal with something and they wanted the parents there, and I'm like, why are these kids like so mad? Ugh, this won't work. Death becomes her. Yeah, very campy. Very campy. Good burger. What? Poor squirrel. A. Hello, hello. Okay, well, my third one will be ready to join next time. And my blanket will... I think this is going to be cute. Like, it's definitely giving, like, in your basement old crochet blanket, right? I hope. I sure hope. That's the vibe I'm going for. Like, wood-paneled basement, 70s carpet vibe. Planes, trains, and automobiles, yeah. Steve Martin. Pinky's out. Regan, you just got the tail end. I'm actually 30 minutes late to go do my workout, so I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna take the dogs out, I think, and then feed myself and do my quick little workout. And hopefully I don't die. We'll see. But yeah, tried out an earlier live tonight. I think it was pretty okay. And I'll see you guys on Saturday if you want to hang out and chill again. Yeah, you guys have a good rest of your evening too. I'm gonna go brainstorm some new topics we can talk about. I love talking about all like the nostalgic 90s stuff though. It's just been working for me to work out this late. I do a quick little workout, like a 20-30 minute workout, and then shower and go to bed. It's perfect. And I find I can just sleep off any yucky feeling from my workout, so it's all good. I typically do like 30-minute walk, and then I'll do like a 10 to 20 minute weight scenario. But yeah. Just knit it, yeah. Okay. Bye, friends. See you next time. Have a good night. Everyone go to sleep at a good time.